Hey, hi,
Howdy, howdy.
Roger. My buddy from Kids Comics Unite. I met so many great people there, and you're definitely one of the best. So I am so excited to talk to you today because we both have books about, hold yours up, bugs
Dun-dun-dun.
and other things online. But it's all good because it's all creepy crawly stuff, which is perfect for this time of year, Halloween and such. And yeah, so that's why I want to have this chat with you to talk about our various gross things in our lives.
So I think that's a great segue, Teresa. I mean, what prompted you to write this book? What made you excited to write Disgustology?
Well, actually, it's funny. I was actually approached to write this book
Ah,
by the editor. They already had this idea from the illustrator. So
oh, cool.
Anne Mar- Anna Maria Young, she conceived of the project and she, sold it to McMullan, who was then looking for an author to go along with it. And I just thought, what fun! I can write about all the disgusting things in the world, and I'm probably secretly like a 6-year-old boy or something. This is like, yes, gross things. I'm in. I'm in. So yeah, it was my idea, but I just thought it was great fun and I went for it. How about you?
It's awesome. I
Your
mean,
I love the title. Say it. Sorry.
Cicadapocalypse. So Cicadapocalypse is all about the periodical cicadas. Sorry, it's blurry, but all about periodical cicadas, and they come out on the East Coast. But one of the things that's most fascinating about them, and why I kind of fell in love with them as insects, is they come out in mass. And so, if you are Teresa's lived through them, you being in Maryland. But yeah, I mean, they come out by the thousands or millions, depending on how much area you cover. And they are really, really, really loud. And so they're definitely noteworthy when they come out.
They are pretty incredible. Is like a horror movie when they come out. It's just like creepy and deafening. And I actually live in Indiana, but we do
Oh,
have
sorry.
yeah, no, it's totally fine. So it's still, part of the East Coast where we do get
Yeah.
the periodic cicadas. And I think we had brood 10, brood
Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
What?
Brood 10, 2020,
Yeah.
2021, they came.
And I have to say, the chickens loved it for like the first few days, and then they're like, no, that's like
Really?
plenty. I've had my
Oh,
fill.
too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of fisher, like people who are fishing, really, really love the period when the periodical cicadas come out because the fish are just like biting nonstop. They are fat and happy little guys. So
I did not know that. So did the fishermen like catch the cicadas and put it on their hooks to
yeah,
fish?
yeah. So they'll use them
Oh,
as just extra bait. But I mean, same thing with like the farm animal or yeah, like chickens and things like that. People
yeah.
just they use them as bait and feed and everything. So great boost to the ecosystem.
I know, right? And one of the funniest things I saw is like some squirrel sitting on the lawn chewing the head off of a
That's awesome. Uh, going back to disgustology and being like a little 6-year-old boy, I mean, I think I love that's one of the things I love and am terrified by some of these. Yeah, there's a lot in here, right? Like you have a couple different chapters and sections, like under your skin, gross growths,
skeleton.
icky all around. You said it was another author, or you were approached to write this out. What
Yeah.
research did you have to go through to kind of figure out? I mean, there's a lot in there.
There's a lot in there. Yeah, so I had to kind of figure out, you know, basically the entire thing, like what sort of things I wanted to include in there. And once I kind of had some idea about, the kind of disgusting things that are out there, I categorized them. So I thought, okay, inside of us, there are a lot of gross things. On us, there are a lot more gross things. And then there's like out in nature and actually even in nature, I separated out to like normal creepy crawlies, and then there's like weird mushroom stuff. And so yeah, so that probably took the longest time, just kind of figuring out the categories I want and what sort of things to go in there. um but yeah, so that was kind of how I approached it. How about you? Because yours is a graphic novel, which is very different from, mine are just like in sections in text. It's yeah, what's
Yeah.
expository. That's it. That's the word I was looking at. But yours is yeah, a graphic novel. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, so yeah, it is a graphic novel, so it's kind of told in narrative format. And I mean, one of the things I think is so cool about graphic novels is they can tell a story or something interesting about something without it being just not painful, but like when you just do straight facts, it attracts a certain audience, right? And so I think like I love the little nerds who are grasping onto these nonfiction books, but not everyone loves that. And so
Mhm.
with the graphic novel approach or the narrative approach, you're kind of able to ride both of that. It's like the people who love the nerdy facts will catch those hopefully, and then if they don't, and then there's the people who don't and don't want to, and they just want to read the story. And so yeah, kind of like you said, like it's kind of like a horror story with a happy ending, but then there is a epilogue or at the end that kind of tells, or sorry, I guess I wrote as appendix, but it's there's this happy cicada who, oh man, it's all blurry, sorry, but this happy
I
cicada,
love it.
he guides you through. He says, "Oh, it was me that wrote this," and then he kind of takes flashbacks that just different clips from the book and tells you like, "Oh yeah, this thing that you saw in the book, this is actually a fact about it." And so it tells like, "Oh, this is the decibel level that they reach," and talks about like how loud they get and different things. So a learning experience after the fact, just kind of incorporating everything. So, but yeah, lots of nerdy research, and I talked to a couple entomologists and things to make sure I was actually accurate, not just aggregating the internet about cicadas.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so cool. And I don't know if you know, but Melissa Stewart, she's a nonfiction kidlit writer, and she has all this information about, the different types of, there's like expository, narrative, and something else. Oh, it's been a while since I looked at all her information on that. So you're totally right in that, not everybody goes for a single way of approaching nonfiction. And your, graphic novel system of teaching about cicadas is an excellent way to approach kids who like narrative or who like more, pictures interspersed with, because this is kind of, dense text. I mean, it's got pictures, but it's kind of dense text. So it's not for
But
everybody. So yeah,
but
yeah.
again, like those nerd guttons that can't get enough, and so it's like a fun like again, and like I love these like compilations because they it's like a great intro. So it's like if you
Mm.
want to learn more about tapeworms, like go ahead. There's probably like whole novels about them, or but this is a good like intro. You get tapeworms and botflies and whatever else is horrible, terrifying thing in there.
That's
Speaking
true. Yeah.
speaking of which, I like for me the most terrifying, and so disgustology, lots of great, disturbing, not disturbing, maybe that's a bad word, but fascinating things to learn about the human body and many other body forms. Um, what for me the most I've always had a like fear of like parasitic anything like tapeworms or I can't remember all the different things. But anyway, so for you, what was the grossest or most disturbing thing you found in your research or that you wrote in the book?
The one that really sticks with me is the cordyceps. It's the fungus that infects an
Oh,
ant's brain and makes turns it into a zombie. So come on, zombie ant who doesn't like get freaked out by that. So anyway, yeah, so it makes it like basically it's no longer itself, and it makes it climb up a little higher branch or something, and then it bursts out of its head and
Right.
disperses the spores and starts the whole life cycle of this little fungus. Meanwhile, poor ant is just left as a husk
Husk.
of its former self. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
creepy. That's creepy. I don't know if you I didn't watch it, but The Last of Us, that makes me think of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, yep. Yeah, I know those are anything where anything takes over is just like um that so if that scares you, I'll actually share a nerdy cicada fact for you, which I didn't
Yes.
include in the book, but so there is a fungus. So cicadas, they are underground for like 13 or 17 years, and often they contract this fungus that takes over them and it rots basically their abdomen out the backside, and it drives them to mate with others, so it can spread the fungus, and then yeah, I mean that's basically it. But it rots out their backside, so like you can find them, and they're just like only like half of them is there, but they're still like chirping or like making their noise, and yeah, and then like when they fly too, it like disperses the spores and everything else. So it's yeah, it's exciting.
Wow. So you totally relate.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God,
Yeah. Yeah.
that is a
So
that is a good, gross, disgusting fact. Thank you, Roger.
no problem.
I think my appetite is ruined. I won't need dinner tonight. But
Oh man.
did you like when the cicadas came out the last time you were near one of those eruptions? Did you like pick them up and let them crawl
Yeah.
on your hands and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the cicadas, cicadas are nice in that, they're not aggressive. They are pretty friendly. Especially as far as bugs go, like they don't sting, they don't bite, they're not poisonous. So they're really docile and chill. I will say for science, I had to taste them because lots of people they eat
Mhm.
bugs, and I think that's in your book too. But so I for science popped one in my mouth, and there's lots of debate online of like different people like, what does it taste like? Is it like this and this? But for me, I think the closest thing is like it's like a walnut. It's like a earthy, kind of nutty flavor. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. The wings, I would recommend if you can take off the wings because those definitely get stuck in your teeth. But anyway, that's my experience. In my book, I do discourage people from eating them just because we don't want it to be like a food source. And there's also some studies that talk about like, they live in the earth for 13 to 17 years and are just
Mhm.
leaching up the metals in the earth too. And so that can especially if you're consuming them by the like eating them like shrimp. And also, if you have like a shrimp allergy, don't eat cicadas because they are they must be biologically related in some way. But if you have a shellfish allergy, you'll have a reaction to cicadas. So
That is such a cool fact. I mean, wow. I I kind of knew that like cockroaches, I think are related to lobsters.
mm,
And so we joke about it whenever the rare occasion we have lobsters, like, you're eating a cockroach.
cockroach
I
of the
didn't
sea. Yeah,
I didn't think of that for cicadas and
yeah,
like shellfish allergies. How cool
yeah,
is that?
yeah. Yeah. More you know. It's
Yeah,
fascinating.
right. But I have to say, I draw the line at insects. I am a foodie. I will eat just about anything, but insects, no.
Oh man, it's so there's a guy, he's called, or I don't know, so there's a guy who does Brooklyn bugs, and they basically he does like a kitchen, and he prepares bugs and different insects in different ways to eat them and things. And my kids and we went to Bug Fest, here in Utah, and they have a bunch of different meals. So it's like grasshopper with tortilla and guacamole. They have like mealworm. I think it was like a stir fry. Yeah, anyway, they had this bunch of different meals that you can eat. It wasn't with this guy, the Brooklyn Bugs guy, but edible bugs is definitely a viable future if American stigmas weren't there. I mean, lots of cultures, I think, like especially outside of the U.S., lots of
Yes.
cultures still eat insects, and they are, I mean, again, great source of protein. I mean,
Mhm.
at one time, like lobsters were also regarded more as cockroaches of the sea, and
Mhm.
but then like somehow marketing, did its job, and now it's like this elegant delicacy, and I don't know, it's just interesting the different waves you go through.
Ooh. Yeah, that is totally fascinating. But speaking of, you mentioned that, in other cultures they do eat insects and stuff. What bizarre, was it called Bizarre Foods? Remember Andrew Zimmern's show? I think it was called Bizarre
Mm.
Foods, but he would travel around the world. And I remember a couple of episodes very clearly. One was, I think, in Thailand, where he was in this lady's kitchen and she had a big vat of oil and she was deep frying tarantulas.
Oh
And he
man.
was talking about the pop sound they make when they were, ready, basically, stick them in the oil. I'm just like, oh gosh.
That would
And
be
then
yeah.
that, yeah.
Like the
And the other
hair
one,
though, like
sorry, huh?
the hair, wouldn't that be anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I think when you deep fry them, the hair gets all crispy, so
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't stick in your teeth. But I just remember, yeah, it's like it's not like they take off the hairs first. They just like
Right.
plop the entire giant
Wow.
thing in their wok of oil, and I don't want to hear about the popping. Thank you very much. But the other one was in Australia where they dig up those grubs. They're grubs
Yeah.
and they're like that big, and they were like pan frying them with butter. And he was saying, these are really good. And I'm going, no, just no.
Yeah, it depends. I think it really depends on like the firm. For me, it's always a texture thing. It's like how firm
Ah,
does it get? Because like shrimp, they are squishy when they're in their shell just by themselves, but they firm up a little bit when you cook them. And anyway, yeah, the grubs, I think, yeah, I think it passed. But
yeah.
interesting.
My mom told me that when she was a little girl in Hong Kong, they there was a shop where they actually cooked up cockroaches, and she
Wow.
said she tried it once and never again. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. The little parts of insects really do, again, like they get stuck in your teeth, and I think it's, yeah. Even the good, like really well cooked, good stuff. I'm like, yeah, there's small parts.
Yes. I have to say, you said something about, spitting out the wings of the cicada. When I was watching that squirrel eat, that's exactly what it did. Like it bit
Oh,
off the
really?
wings and dropped them first before, eating the rest
Mm,
of it. So we could have learned something from the squirrels.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah, those exoskeletons. Anyway, yeah. Good. So going back
Oh,
to Disgustology,
mhm.
in your book you have a couple of different like at the end of each chapter or kind of throughout you have these would you rather pages. I love that like the challenge. I think it works great with Disgustology. Is
Mhm.
there one you want to yeah, point out or the one that you would rather do or
Oh gosh.
I mean
Honestly, I don't remember the exact one.
well
People
okay
ask,
here's
I'm
I'll ask you
sorry.
one. How about
Mhm.
that? Here's
Okay.
would you rather take a whiff of a corpse lily or the corpse flower? Which one?
Gosh. I think they're both probably pretty darn stinky. I, although, gosh, here at Indiana University, which is, where my husband teaches, they have in the greenhouse a corpse
Oh, really?
lily. Yeah, so it bloomed. Well, we didn't bother going because you know how it is when they bloom. Everybody,
Yeah.
within driving distance are there watching it. And it's just like, we have skunks going through our backyard. I don't think I need to go smell anything stinky up close. So,
Yeah. I mean, they're massive though, aren't they? They're like, I mean, like 3 to 5 feet or something. I can't remember how big they are. But yeah.
Yeah, so do cicadas smell?
Um, kind of. I mean, so when again they come out in mass, um, they definitely smell when they die. So yes, like the decaying cicadas is definitely like. So I had the cicada group on Facebook, and lots of people complain bitterly about that, which is totally fair. Decaying
Mhm.
anything does not smell good. And like I remember too, like as a kid, I took a bunch of cicadas and the shells. They don't really smell for the most part, like just like the little husks. But
Mhm.
the wings, because they still kind of have a little tiny bit of meat in them, I saved a bunch of the wings because they're really pretty.
Mhm.
But they definitely like opening that box is just like, yeah. So don't save the wings,
Good advice. Listen, kids.
right? Oh
Oh,
man.
goodness. So, what is your most memorable moment working on the book, or
Hmm.
your last cicada eruption encounter? Either one.
Oh man, that is a great question. Again, just because there is such a stigma with with insects and eating insects. So I went to Chicago to kind of talk about the book when Brood. Oh man, I think it's 13 and 17. I don't remember. Anyway, when I went to Chicago to kind of publicize the book, I met with a youth group and we all went outside to explore the cicadas. And of course, naturally, this evolved into let's eat them. Who's going to eat them? Daring each other to eat them. And so that was a very memorable moment because almost everyone ate a cicada to just try it out. So
No.
yeah,
Oh, that's impressive.
to
I'd be like,
yeah, to my knowledge, no one got sick or anything. So win-win all around. Trying something new.
yeah, I bet that memory sticks with you just because, oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. How about you? How about Disgustology? Anything memorable?
Not, not really, because, everything is pretty gross. And like I said, the one I find the grossest is that cordyceps, fungus that infects ants'
Yeah.
brains. But a lot of things are, like stuff that gets in you, like humans, not just the ants. Those are pretty gross. So that's in the early sections. And I mean,
Yeah.
like mites in your eyelashes, like ooh, or the loa worm that like goes into your body and sometimes shows up in your eyeball.
I saw that and the photo for that. I'm like, God. Yeah. Yeah. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. So yeah.
Oh, I think when I was writing those sections, I was just like scratching myself for no reason. Like,
I
oh,
know. Yeah, totally true. Whenever you read anything like that, you're like, well, my yeah, what's going on?
that's right. So do you have any other gross-ish, insect-ish graphic novels planned?
Not currently. So I think
Hmm.
in theory, my next one will be more focused on the wolves of Yellowstone. So yeah, that's in the works. But yeah, for now, I mean, the cicadas come out almost every year, somewhere in the eastern U.S. And so
Hmm.
um, yeah, 2026, they do not come out, but almost like every year again after that, somewhere in the US, if it's southern states or wherever, there's a different brood that emerges. So stay tuned if you're in the eastern US. There are a bunch of cicada nerds who come and they do cicadations, so vacations for the cicadas to go and check them out. Some people just really, really love them, and so there's definitely a cult following. So get on that.
I did not know that. cult
Yeah.
following for cicadas.
Yeah,
I'm
I
learning a
think
lot of new things.
it. Yeah. So how about you? I mean, what's the next Teresa Robinson project?
Well, I'm actually working on a few things. I have some early reader books coming out with MIT Kids Press about severe weather phenomena. I have a book, interestingly, on I don't know if I should be mentioning these things because they
Uh,
haven't been announced yet, but oh well. We had
Got
a
that.
book coming out with, yeah, this publisher in England about Chinese zodiac animals. So yeah, that's kind of funky. And then, excuse me, I have a book coming out with, okay, I really can't mention this because yeah, it's just been signed recently. So anyway, but it's a good book, also based on my own culture and a plant. Um, because that's kind of what I write about, mostly science, nature, and my own culture. So I try to marry the three when I can. So yeah, that's what I'm
Love
working
it.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Always something in the fire. Yeah, you are a busy woman. So,
No, I'm just a little nutty. Just,
but
yeah, I can't sit still.
it's good. Yeah, again, I think again, graphic novels and kids' books are a great way to learn really cool science facts without, diving too deep. And the
Yes.
gift and the skill to kind of distill. I mean, there's so many like hardcore scientists, and you can read, these intense essays about all the findings about cicadas or parasites or whatever it is. But like to get it distilled into like this easily digestible format for enough for kids to read is such a cool, it's just so helpful to really help people understand. So keep up the good work.
Absolutely. You too. I can't wait to read about the wolves in Yellowstone thing. I'm really
Yeah,
excited because, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a whole environment. It's one of the big environmental case studies that people use a lot for about so their reintroduction in the 1990s was pivotal for the ecosystem in Yellowstone. And so it's been studied a lot. And I'm spinning that again, my weird narrative method into kind of it's a reverse werewolf. So
Ooh.
wolf turns into human, and all the kind of drama that entails about the wolves and reintroducing them. So, and then obviously posing questions about the ecosystem and impacts of humans and wolves and blah blah blah. Anyway, so I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
No direct plans yet.
I think it sounds awesome because it's a great way to pull kids into learning about it without, being like, here's what you should know, being didactic or like a textbook or anything, school work like. So the way you present it is going to be great and it's going to
Yeah.
make kids aware of the issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are lots of other books who already do that. And again, don't mean to take that away. I'm just trying to present it in a new way. So
That's
excellent.
right.
But
Graphic novel way. Yay.
yeah.